Hello teacups, what's brewing? Welcome back to the channel. You guys, this is the appropriate size coffee mug for this time of year, okay? And the fact that it says all aboard the struggle bus is also appropriate. It's been a bit of a week. You may have noticed I haven't been uploading. Kids aren't back at school yet, but we are. So we do prep work. The prep week this week has been appalling. Just in the sense of there's always a lot of meeting, there's always a lot of training. They put 2 full-day trainings instead of 1 for like outside people coming in, and one was appalling, but it also took all our prep time from our classroom. In this past week, I've had maybe 2.5 hours in my class. Now, fortunately for me, I came in the week before and I did quite a lot of work at the end of last term and then covered it up. So I'm not in as bad a position as I could be, but it's still been very frustrating. And some of the things that need to be in place for the online stuff are not in place. And it's been a frustrating week. I'm also sick and the kids aren't even back. The students are not in school. They're coming back next week. You guys, I was betrayed by my own kind. A teacher gave me this. They must have. I had a flu shot a week or 2 ago, so, you know, knock wood that it does just kind of pass on and doesn't linger. I was hoping it would prevent it altogether, but I didn't have enough exposure to people. So if I cough or sneeze during this, I have taken some medicine, but we're not entirely there. So needless to say, I've not really had the patience for all the drama. Ambi is nuts, food is worthless, but Anna has come to us with content that I actually somewhat enjoy, which is her hauls. So rather than go another week without talking to you guys, because it's likely, especially with like students coming in, that I'm gonna be tired and overwhelmed next week and might not be up to filming, I thought we'd have a look at her haul. Now, clearly, Anna is trying to get in early on the October vibes. We're all ready for summer to be over, which actually, although it means a return to work for me, I'm very into autumn vibes right now. I got dressed like this in honor of it. I don't get the autumnal weather, so I'm going to bring it in kicking and screaming. And those of you who have been on my channel for a while know that I did that in Saudi as well. And by sheer force of will, it shall be autumn. So let's get into Anna and her Halloween spooky new personality she's putting on to sell us stuff.
This video is going to make half of y'all totally and completely hate me. And the other half are going to be overjoyed.
I think you have more importance in my life than you do. I don't put enough energy into anyone online, even Chantal, who I have followed for a good long time, to put my hate or my love into them. And Anna does not have enough of her own style or personality to be able to betray it. So I'm not invested in your love.
And even though I don't love those odds, I'm still going to do this haul.
You're so
because brave. Halloween is right around the corner. Yes, I know it's only August, but Gail likes to be prepared. So today, I'm hauling a Goth brand, Midnight Hour.
I have been on their website. I do have pictures of what the stuff is supposed to look like. They had some cool things. We'll maybe talk about it at the end of the haul, the stuff that I looked and was like, ooh! They do seem to have quite a wide array of sizes. A lot of their stuff does go up to 5X. And one thing I did like about them is that although they have like the part where it says plus size, it wasn't different styles to the straight, it was just things that were extended. However, looking at this, it does seem like the stuff they're selling is made pretty cheaply. And we'll talk about the size chart a bit later because it does something interesting. But I've got a feeling it does actually run a bit small. That doesn't excuse Anna because Anna never does her right size. But I've got a feeling that it is probably made somewhere cheaply abroad and brought in.
I'm super excited to show you guys these looks. I feel like this is a type of fashion that's very undercovered in plus size hauls. Let's open the box and see what we got. It does not smell the best.
That is also probably an indicator of the fact that it's quite cheaply made. When you get the really cheap stuff, you've got that kind of polyester smell, and the fact that it is plastic and all of that. It also factors into things like linings and how comfortable it's going to feel on. I buy from Temu, right? And I've got a couple of things. I'm usually quite good at selecting, like I know the tricks, I know the red herrings to look for because I was in China for so long, I went on Taobao a lot. But I've gotten the occasional thing where I'm like, oh, that is that is very much the stereotype of what comes off of Temu, and so I get what she's saying here.
But it might just be the plastic. I've never worn this brand, so this is either going to be really good or absolutely terrible.
I have
Let's
suspicions.
open all this up.
I feel like this could have been done off camera. Also, this hat. Does this hat belong to her because she doesn't haul it later?
Now it's time to try it all on.
Oh, that might be from her previous personality of trying to be Western.
I felt like I needed to put on a little black lipstick because what is a goth haul without a black lip? I will also say I could never wear this necklace like this before because my neck was too chunky, but now that I can, I'm kind of obsessed with it.
I thought she hated things around her neck. Now, when you've got more weight around your neck, it is uncomfortable. Trust me, I know. But this kind of thing, I think, should be a bit longer. I think she wants it in that kind of heavy chain choker moment, which I understand, but I don't think she's going to be comfortable in it.
Feeling like fancy dog.
Is that the way you want to describe yourself? I'm a fancy dog. Not even a fancy bitch.
In my mind, it sounded better, but then when I said it out loud, I realized I'm just a weirdo.
But guys, she's so quirky and relatable, she's left it in.
But I'm a lovable weirdo. Let's get into this haul.
You're a weirdo.
Every once in a while, you order for a haul, and you get all of the things except like one piece because it's sold out. That happened in this haul. There was a shirt that was supposed to go under this cute little pinafore. It did not come, so I'm just wearing this black bodysuit to make it work. Now, this is super cute. It's got grommet details on the front, across the top, and then up.
I feel like if she's going to talk about this stuff, she should do it in the beginning. I suppose she used to do that, didn't she? And then we were like, oh, we don't mind it being here. But she spends so long showing us like a little part of it. I don't know. I can't decide which one I like better, I suppose.
The straps. Can't think today. And then it does zip all the way down the front. And
I feel like the fact that it zips all the way down the front is not going to flatter her. Because she has a bit of a hanging apron when it comes to her stomach, then having the zip have to go over that feels like it's just going to emphasize it. I do love this little detail she's about to show us.
Zipper is this cute little moon.
Yeah. Like I've got these earrings on today, so I'm with her.
And I love how it flares out. I love that it has pockets and a little bit of stretch. So let me show you guys what it looks like.
It looks like it's made of that kind of neoprene material, which it might be, it might not be, but I don't know, maybe it'd be more flattering than you think.
It's like on. I just put that on and I felt like I was fighting a little bit of a war.
Based on the zip going slightly sideways here, I feel like it's really, really, really tight, which again, supports the idea of, I suppose, that kind of neoprene material. We'll see.
It is a little bit tighter around the waist than I expected it to be. And I don't absolutely love the way it's flaring out. I do feel like if I had this in another size, it would be okay. Yeah. Let me just show you guys what I mean. It'll make a lot more sense.
At least she's admitting that it's the wrong size.
So I don't like the way that...
Okay, yeah, that's really not the right size. However, the zip is staying straighter than I anticipated it would. It is way, way, way too short. Jesus. Now, I thought that this was perhaps an Anna issue because when you have to go out and out at the front and back because of the stomach and the butt and stuff, it's naturally going to make the fabric shorter because it's got to go over a bit more. And I think that is not helping her here. However, on site, it does seem like it's super short as well. Now, Anna, knowing her own body, or you would presume knowing her own body, should have been aware of that, I think. It's obvious to me based on the site that this would be too short for her.
Laying, I don't know what about it I don't like. Now that I have it on, it's not uncomfortable, but you should really unzip it and put it on because I just put it on over my head and I was like...
Yeah, that seems like a weird thing to do. I do think as well she was perhaps worried that she wouldn't be able to zip it up with how tight it is because that can be difficult, whereas if she can stretch the material and the zip's already done, maybe it will stay in place.
I felt like I was being
sucked into... Can I ask, maybe when she turns, there's a little white mark there, right on the edge of the hem at the side of her leg. Does she have a hole in those compression tights? Because that's not going to work.
A sausage casing.
Somebody, I can't tell, somebody in my last haul said, oh, she should really have like a pair of leggings that really suck that in to give her some shape under whatever piece it was. And I was like, honey, those are surgical compression garments. There's no pair of leggings that's going to do so much.
That is the full twirl. I don't love it. I just don't think it's me.
I don't love it. I think it could be cute in some ways on some people. I don't think anything in the goth haul is going to be her. It feels like some of the hauls she does is just her trying to soothe her inner child for when she couldn't do it as the dorky fat kid, which I'm not against. Like, dude, you're an adult, you have your adult money, you live your childhood dreams. Did you want to be a goth back in the day? You do it. Heal your inner child. Give it what it wants. But I don't think this is giving the look she wants it to give.
But a lot of the things in this haul aren't necessarily me, so that's not that weird. I do think it's comfortable, and I like that they're creating options like...
She doesn't look comfortable, but I could understand if the fabric is what I'm thinking, I can understand why it'd be comfortable.
This 4+ girlies, because I feel like, you know, there has been some stuff from Torrid and Hot Topic over the years, but it's nice to see these more indie, like, goth brands or dark academia brands or whatever.
Can I also say, sorry, not the point here, I realise, every time, I can't remember if she does, but I'm sure she will because this is her MO, every time she says, I don't think this is for the tall girls, or some variation on that, I check the height on the models now, alright, a couple of models I looked at, 5'10", so if it looks fine on them, Anna needs to accept that it's her.
Style you want to call this, start to make more plus options, so... good on them, and even though it's not my vibe, I'm sure it might be your vibe, so check it out. Let's try on the next thing. Next up is the shirt that led to this haul. Actually, my friend found it, Tracy, if you're familiar with her, saw this, and she's like, should I get it? And then send it to me, and then I was like, yes, you should get it, and I'm also going to get it. And then I was like, you know what, I should just do a haul from this brand, and that's why we're here doing this now. So it is a really cool, like, French dark toile. It has...
She says toile? I'm not sure how to pronounce the word, because I want to say tulle, but that's Tulle, not Toile, which is what she's saying. So I don't know if I know how to pronounce it. I don't know if there's a difference in pronunciation between American and English, but something about the way she says it annoys me. Possibly not her fault. I do love the print on this shirt. It doesn't come up very well in the picture that I took off the site because for some reason the contrast blew out when I pasted it onto the picture. But the site itself has some nice interesting patterns that I actually really enjoyed. However, with the type of shirt this is, she's had similar shirts before and she's struggled with the fit because shirts like this traditionally don't have a lot of give. She's got larger upper arms. She doesn't have a big bust in comparison with the rest of her body, but she does have a roll at the front, she does have larger upper arms, and this is going to be a struggle for her, I think.
That's some kind of dark theming in it, but it is toile style. And it has a neck bow, which I love, and a cute little Peter Pan collar. I think this is something that like any style could wear. It's very cool. The important thing about fashion is like, you can't limit yourself to one store or one style. Really developing your own personal style is about trying a whole bunch of different stores and creating what's you. So
I agree with that completely. I find it really funny that Anna says that because I think that's the one thing she literally can't do. I think every time she goes into a new store or finds something else that fits her or that she likes the look of, she creates a whole new personality and then just blames it on her being wacky and quirky and weird so that other people can't call her weird. I think there's a lot of psychological stuff going on there she should probably unpack with a therapist because I don't think it's necessarily usual for people to limit themselves in that way, and that's part of developing your style. So I don't know, I feel like it's an Anna problem.
Even though this style may not be the style I wear all the time, there are pieces from it that I fall in love with all the time. So this is a great example of that.
What do you mean you fall in love with all the time? You just said you've never hauled this brand and you got sent this link. You hadn't seen this brand before.
That, and I'm going to try it on with these denim that have some cool embroidery.
Her and her eternal fight with denim.
These are the jeans, and
The jeans are pretty cool, but again, I think the site did a pretty good job of representing the clothes pretty clearly. And when you look at the picture of these jeans on the plus size model, because credit to them, they have it on a straight size model and they have it on a plus size model. So you can see the difference. These jeans looked like they were going to be short, and they looked like she was going to have the problems with them that she had. And you'll see what I mean in a minute.
Really loved kind of this snake embroidery that's going down the side. I felt like that's just really cool. This is another piece I would totally wear, even though it's not exactly in my style wheelhouse.
I think I would do that as well. One thing I'll say about Anna, for all her denim has been terrible, she's been turning me back onto the idea of denim, because we are going to hit eventually winter here. And then I can wear a lightweight denim and not die. So I've been looking into it again, because I've got a lot of t-shirts that I like to wear, but I don't have that many outfits I can wear them with, because I like a graphic tee. And I don't mind these jeans, but I wouldn't buy them because I don't think the structure and the shape of them would flatter me.
I also feel like, as a Swiftie, it's a nice little reputation reference that, you know, you can pull out. So I'm going to pair these two together. I don't know if I would actually wear them together normally, but I just kind of paired them together for this haul.
Okay.
This looks like terrible.
Okay, so she's going to go into some of the problems she has. But one, you can see they are not pulled up as high as she would usually go. These are not a high-rise jean. I'm actually quite impressed that they go down as far as they do, because you can see it's kind of brushing the back of the top of her foot. That's a bit of a weird way to say it. Like, it goes right down to the ankle. Based on the picture of the model, who is apparently the same height as her, it looked like they were going to be kind of ankle brushes with cuffs. But you can see on the model that they seem to close on the true waist, and Anna has no idea where her true waist is. So let's listen.
Let's talk about it. So first, the pants are too short. This is something I'm learning as my body changes, is that sometimes I just need a tall. So if we look, the waist is sitting here.
Right. The model was the same height as Anna. She was 5'10". The waist is sitting on the waist. The problem for Anna is Anna likes an empire, which is that line right under your boobs. I love that too, because it's the narrowest part of my body. But jeans are not designed to go up to under your boobs. So when she hears empire waist, she thinks, well, that's my waist. No. And because Anna is wider in the bottom, she's going to need to go up a waist size when it sits in the correct place. Now, I don't know what size she bought, but the structure and the fit of jeans, one, you should go bigger anyway, and two, require you to check the height of that kind of waist zip area to see where it's going to sit if you're going to wear them this tight, because it's going to change the size.
Really on my low hip, and I don't think these are supposed to be low hip jeans.
They're not.
Yeah, I can close them.
I'm not sure you can, because I don't think you get that zip up.
Which, like, if we really want to do that, we can. I'm not going to fight the zipper right now. But this is it's a weird place for these to hit. I'm not comfortable with them being hit. They do not cover my butt. So I'm just going to leave them open.
And that's because your stomach is pushing forward and your butt is pushing back. Nothing wrong with it. I understand it. I've got the same shaped body. But that means that you're putting more strain on the fabric. It's going out more than it's going around. And that's why it doesn't feel like it hits your waist, your belly button, because your belly's in the way.
And the top, it smells really bad, like really bad. It has a terrible odor to it.
If you're going to actually buy clothes instead of just haul them and return them, wash them.
And it's just a little bit too small.
Yeah,
I ordered, I believe, a 3X in this top. And just for reference, I'm wearing a 2X in Old Navy. I'm wearing a 2X in Torrid. In most plus size brands, I'm in a 2X.
Okay. Well, this is a shirt and she has bigger upper arms. So the cut off of the edge of the sleeve, I wouldn't call it a cuff because it's in the middle of her arm, but yes, the cuff of the sleeve often will give her problems. We've seen that in other brands. And two, as I say, I suspect wherever these are shipping from, that they were manufactured somewhere where the clothing charts are smaller, shall we say. Now, a really interesting thing this site actually does, when you go to the size chart, it doesn't just give you a straight table, it gets you to fill in a couple of things. It says, tell us your age, tell us your height, and tell us your weight. When you go on to the next thing, it gets you to put your body shape in. And when it says like straight, normal, curvy, it does actually show a belly getting bigger, so that they know when you're talking about plus size, you're talking about how far forward it goes, which would actually benefit Anna here. And it had another question after it that I can't remember. Once you do that, it says, we recommend this size for you. So it does everything it can to try and get you to the right size, no matter what size that is. Because I suspect, as happens with places like Temu and places where things are manufactured in China, that the websites are aware that the size guide is not a westernized size guide, and therefore they may need a little extra help. And as Anna always likes to tell us, you can't go by size guide, you can't go by the numbers, don't let it make you feel bad, even though she has a conniption about it every time. So the site really did what it could to try and get her the correct size here.
Because I was unfamiliar with this one, I ordered a 3, and even the 3 is a bit small. So
Yeah, it's probably Chinese sizes.
Take that as a caveat. I mean, it does fit kind of around the chest, and I can obviously button it up, but this is...
To give you an idea, I put my stuff into it, and it recommended me a 1X and a 2X. So you've seen my body. I have no illusions that I'm the skinniest person in the world, but Anna and I are not within one size of each other, you know?
This is not comfortable. I wouldn't wear this. So, yeah, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
That said, if you're short, these jeans are still pretty thick. They're just...
I don't think it's a height issue. Like, I think I would probably like these if I were wearing them because they would brush the ground a little bit more. And I do like the jeans. I like the design of them. There were a couple of things. I'm like, don't be influenced by Anna. Don't be influenced by Anna. But there are things on the sites that I think when worn nicely actually would look good. And I'm like, oh, I want to order.
They're just not made for tall bodies. So
right.
If you have
well, the model disagrees, but there we go.
Shorter torso, they probably might work really well for you. Also, if you're an apple shape, they might work really well for you.
An apple shape would have the exact same problem because they would hold their weight all up here and have skinny legs. But if you're an apple holding your stomach forward, you're going to have the same problem with the waistline. Because she hasn't mentioned that the legs are too tight. I think they are. I think we can see it. Like the thighs, which wouldn't be an issue with apple, but doing it up would still be a problem.
They are not made for my body, and that's okay. Because it's about wearing clothing you like.
She doesn't seem okay.
Clothing to define how you feel about yourself.
Which she is
I
going to do.
don't feel bad about this. I just feel like I wasted my time trying it on.
Okay. She looks like she's about to cry. She definitely feels bad about this, and she has a bit of a tantrum later. So yeah. Don't let clothing define you like this.
I'm going to take this off. I hate it.
All right.
I've been humbled. Really thought it was going to be great. Really thought this was going to be the look. It's okay. Let's just...
All right, but still not letting us be defined by clothing, right?
Let's try something else on. Let's just try something else on.
Okay.
It's rib knit. That works for everybody. Every curve and swerve you have, rib knit's great for it.
Again, I don't agree with this. What rib knit will do is stretch very forgivingly. So if you buy the wrong size, the way Anna does, she'll be able to get it on her body. However, rib knit is not forgiving in how it clings to you. So if you stretch it out more, it's going to cling to those rolls more. If you've got a very smooth body, if you've got a shape that you really want to show off, rib knit is great for you. I don't think Anna's going to enjoy this.
It has a cool
I really
butterfly
like
panel
this.
in the back.
She's going to show it later, but I love it as a detail. The dress itself I think is a bit basic, but I love that detail on the back.
This has got to work. Y'all, I'm not lying. This thing really does smell awful.
What a shock. She's got a haul of a brand that she didn't end up liking, and now she's going to blame something else in the brand as being awful, so not to talk about the fact that she doesn't fit into it. Okay.
I would not buy this even if you like it just because of how bad it smells, and I don't know how long it would take to get rid of the smell or if you even could.
One wash.
Just having it close to my nose, like, makes me feel kind of sick to my stomach. It's bad. Okay, this feels a lot better. This feels a lot better. I like this detail.
I think that detail, I've seen it on a lot of really basic t-shirts that you get in like supermarkets when they don't want it to be just plain, so they stick that in. However, I do really like this back detail. Look at that. I wish she had her hair up to show this because I think that's really pretty.
That is super cool. And let me show you full length because there's a slit in it, but I actually really like how the slit looks with compression. So if you are someone that feels more comfortable in leggings, this is actually a cool dress to wear with leggings or compression. So this would look super cute if you were in leggings because you get that pop.
Now, what I think that slit is there for, and this is how it's also styled on the site, is I think if you're going for that look, a really interesting pair of pattern tights, like fishnet tights or different patterns or what have you, and a good pair of boots, or if you're wearing a really tall boot to give all the details of that. This is still too small for her. It's better than it was, but you can see you've got her boobs and then you've got the roll where the compression finishes, and if this was the right size for her, you wouldn't be able to see all of that imprint. Also, where it hits under the belly, you can see that the slit is pulled open, and she is in compression garments. So once she's out of compression, the regular leggings are not going to hold her in as much. This is just going to exasperate it. So again, she needed to go at least a size up so she could have a comfortable fit on this. And then because it's a very basic shape, because it's a very basic color, the idea is to show the details. So fun tights, detail on the back, that kind of stuff. Right now, as it is, I don't think it works on her, but I think it works closer than anything else she's shown us.
Even if you're wearing like a different color, like a deep maroon, or even if you had like a printed tight, like
I think a printed
spider
tight
webs
is so
or like some type of design.
I'm sure the model has it.
It's a great way to like highlight that in a dress while still having quite a lot of coverage. So I think this is a great dress.
I think if you're going to have those tights, you won't have a lot of coverage, but also you'll be fine.
It's very cute. It's very comfortable. And honestly, I'm glad I got to put this on after the last look because it's made me feel a lot better. As you can see, ribbed knit works for bodies better.
But I think that slit should be a bit of a peekaboo rather than like a really held open wide slit.
It helps the garment adjust to whatever your body shape is.
Yeah. It stretches, so if you buy 2 sizes too small, you can probably still get it on.
And so of course it's a great thing to put on after something doesn't work. Let's put it that way. I do really like this slit though, but it is creeping up a little bit. Again, tall girl problems.
No, go to the site. The model is 5'10", and you had the option of putting your height into the size chart so that they could adjust the sizing for you. The reason it's creeping up is because it's pulled open, and if it were looser, it wouldn't do that.
And I'm not 100% sure if I have a plan for it, but it's definitely super cute.
The plan should be put it in the return box.
It's always weird when you try a new brand because you really just don't know what you're getting yourself into at all. You don't know if the sizing is going to be consistent. You don't know if you're going to...
Sizing will not be consistent. That's why they had charts, and in this case, a questionnaire.
Like the way things are cut. Halfway through this, I've kind of realized this is probably not a brand I'm going to shop again. Yeah. Not because it's a bad brand and because it won't work for everybody, but it's just not really cut for my body type.
Yeah, she would have struggled anyway because the sizing charts obviously are designed for a different shape body, but I really do feel this brand did as much as they could to circumvent that and to ensure that the people shopping got the most realistic sense of what they needed. So the fact that Anna is not realistic about herself isn't really their fault, and that's an ongoing story with Anna and all new brands that don't work for her.
Maybe a piece here and there if I really fall in love with it, but it's probably a brand I'm not going to check out again. That said, I am one person with one body type.
Yeah. And she's not honest about that body type and its size and its shape. So you really can't take her word for this.
There are so many different bodies in the world. So if it doesn't work for my body, it actually might work for yours. Just depends on how you're shaped. So we're going to try on 2 more outfits from this brand. I will say they do have some really dope accessories, which we'll see in the last look. And that is something I definitely probably will shop from them in the future. So let's look at this like casual look I grabbed. So I just thought these bike shorts were kind of fun. Obviously, I'm going to layer them over my compression, but I love that they are long enough to wear alone if you aren't stuck in compression in the summer like me. They have a fun kind of bat print down the sides, so something kind of cool. And then also the lace at the end.
I think this lace at the end is going to give her a bit of a problem because the bike short is going to be made of a stretchy material. You know the kind of material they're made of. But the lace will not have that stretch, and she is wide in the thigh. She holds her weight in the thigh. So I think that lace is going to get stuck quite low down by her knee, and she's not going to be able to pull these up high enough.
I thought was really fun. They feel like they're also made of a breathable natural fabric, so they're just going to be better.
They're bike shorts. Those are not going to be breathable natural fabrics.
In the heat. Now, for a top, I kind of went with something that's very similar to the dress I just tried on. just because I wanted to have something that worked.
I really like the back detailing on this as well. She doesn't show it the best, but I think we see it in the try-on. But yeah, I mean, if you're okay with it being a basic black from the front, I find it an interesting addition.
It has another kind of back panel. This one's different. It's not butterflies. It's like a moon goddess and some things. I don't know if that's a face, or actually I think it's a face with the moon, like a Medusa head is what it looks like. And then other than that, it's just kind of like a black tee. I figured this was like a cool casual look that maybe you could wear like a concert or something in the summer. I don't know.
I think a nice casual black t-shirt for the kind of autumn time with a detailing around Halloween, I think it's nice.
Let me just show you it on. I actually kind of like this fit, but I have noticed that they are definitely cut a lot shorter in length. So
is it cut a lot shorter in length, or are you wider in width? Because that makes things shorter.
High-rise bike short, I would expect it to come to my waist and add some additional support there. And it's just barely getting over my butt, which is...
Okay, and this is what I'm saying, where on the model, the bike short goes up higher on the leg. And again, the models are the same height. So I think this is a problem of the lace getting caught lower down on the leg and therefore it not being able to complete the journey.
Fine, it works, but it's not what I would expect from this very specific type of garment, from a bike short. The top is very comfortable. I do feel like the neck is a little high. Let me show you guys the full thing.
Probably get the
so as you
chain
can
off
see,
like you see how close to the knee that bottom part is? When you look at the picture on site, it doesn't stop there. So if she were able to pull these up higher, this would fit.
I'm really struggling to get it up to where I would want this to hit, which is right about here.
And again, that's under her boob, which is higher than it needs to hit anyway. Like, if you look where it's actually hitting, it's slightly short because the lace won't go up any higher, and you can see from the fact that it's bulging slightly over the lace that it's trying. So it's about this much too short based on where her navy blue compression is, but it's not the fault of the structure of the garment. It's not made for her. And like she likes to say, that's fine. But it is a case of this being made for a more common shape than hers.
At my waist, it's sitting about 2 inches. Now I wear like a booty short for try-ons, and it's literally sitting about an inch below those.
Yeah, well, I would say where her compression garments finish is probably where her trousers should be finishing at this point, not 4 inches up.
So it's just a little short for me. Again, great option for shorter girls, more petite girls. It's just tall girls. This probably isn't your brand.
The crotch isn't going.
The top is comfortable. It's a little tighter around the waist than I would like. I would like a little more room for this.
It's got some fabric in though when she touches it, so it's a size issue.
I don't hate it. It's just, I wouldn't wear it. And it's not the design or anything like that. It just doesn't quite fit me right. Can I get it on my body? Yes. Do I feel confident in it? No. And I think
she needs to look at that phrase more often, because often the fact that she can get it on her body, whether it's the right size or not, makes her confident in it, when you're like, honey, you would look so much better in a bigger size of this. It's not that the outfit is terrible, it's that you need something different. So she mistakes the sizing for her confidence, which is exactly what she advises against.
Here's one of the things that I'm working on. Let me just show you the back while I talk about this.
I like the back. Again, put your hair up if you know you're going to have a lot of back details.
I am working on, as my journey continues, to only wear things that I truly love and feel confident in, because I feel like I deserve that. And so
whether you're on a journey or not, please do that. It really does make you feel better.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure as a creator to wear the brands you can link in LTK, the brands you can do, etc., etc. And I just...
She's really telling on herself today. This thing where she's like, don't let sizing affect your mood while doing that. Oh, you know, people are under such pressure to link things that they can sell, to pretend she's not doing that when that's exactly what she does. And she's highlighting that because she knows that she does it.
Played that game. I don't like it. It's not a fun game for me. Instead, I just want to...
It's not a fun game because it doesn't fit you. You still do it.
Wear what I like. And so, as you can see, a lot of the hauls I've been doing are not even brands I think that are on any of those services. And if they are, they're on there by fluke.
And yet, with exception of the Affirm, whatever it was, she's got affiliate links with all of them, including this one, I think.
Who am I? What is my personal style? And shopping wherever that is that fulfills my needs to express myself. And that's really how fashion should be.
Definitely should be. And I would love for Anna to work with some fashion people. Like people whose job it is to try and help you find your style and to go on that journey with us. Because I don't think she's going to get there on her own.
It shouldn't be about what's cool. It shouldn't be about, what gives you some type of status. It should be about something that makes you feel confident and more like yourself. So that's kind of my mission in all the shopping I'm doing now, is just to find things that make me feel a little bit more like myself.
This haul is not going to help her. This haul was the antithesis of what she's got of personal style, which is loud and colourful, because she mistakes loudness for personality.
This does not fit me. I'm done. I'm calling an audible. I don't want to try on any more of these clothes.
So this is her having an absolute tantrum. And she will just cut the camera off at some point, which is hilarious to me. But can we please talk? This dress, okay, she doesn't show it to us full length. She just doesn't. I went onto the site, and the only dress that had a round neck like this and straps rather than sleeves was this one. I don't know if it's the same one, but Anna, what the hell were you thinking? And this is it, when you look and you go, oh, the model pulls this off. I don't even think the model looks that great in it, to be honest. But she does get stuck on this idea, well, if it looks good on them, it must look good on me. And I'm like, dude, that was a choice you made. But let's listen to her have a tantrum and let this article of fabric control her entire mood and how she deals with her audience.
Sometimes you just gotta walk away before you totally and completely lose it. And I am
okay. Why are you letting clothing do that to you?
Treat the brands that don't work for you like your exes. Do not call them back.
This brand hasn't personally offended you. It did everything it could do to try and sell you a piece of clothing in a size you can't usually find this clothing in. And then it tried to help you fit in correctly. The brand is not responsible for your choices.
Delete them from your phone. And that's about what I'm gonna do with this. Oh.
Okay, so you can see here she can't get it past even that narrow area. Like she's got it over her boobs and she can't get it down. Whatever it is.
Also, this dress also smells absolutely terrible. So I just need to be free of it.
And that's it. Not a goodbye, not a reflection on the haul, not an ending piece where she's like, hey, I'm not keeping any of this. This is something you should probably consider when doing from this brand. Like they do have bigger sizes, but they seem to be made more for hourglass shapes. So it's not really working for... There's so much she could have said about this. Here are the sizes I picked. Doesn't do any of it because, Anna doesn't allow clothing sizes to affect her mood. Now, while we're on this topic, there are actually some really nice things in their plus sizes. If you go to dresses, I personally love a pattern, right? I am here for a pattern, and I really love... They've got another kind of black dress that has one of the back detailing pieces, which is really pretty. They have a dress in the same style as that shirt that she couldn't wear. And they've got down here, this one, the Raven brocade dress, I think is so pretty. I love the pattern of this. I very much doubt they would ship to me, but I really love this pattern and this color. So there were definitely options on there that could have flattered her more, but wouldn't answer whatever thing she has in her head for what she wanted to look like here, I guess. Which is up to her. I mean, if you're determined to be miserable by choosing the things that you want to look like rather than you do look like, then it's gonna cause you problems. Anyway, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.